Hello everybody and welcome to yet another Zombie Survivors. Today what we're going to be focusing on is going to be our armor. Armor is going to be the thing that we're going to be doing today. I want to see how much armor can really withhold things, like how much we can actually get up into our armor today. So what we're looking for in the types of armor is we're looking for like glass milk. We're looking for things like power gloves. What else? I don't think that's pretty much it for the armor, really. There's not really much that will increase our armor. So that being said, since we're only looking for those two things, we're gonna start off with the tank that will give us that 40 armor on top, increase 40 armor. We're gonna go and do things with we also want the chocolate box, which is what keeps us, when we're at 20% health, increase our armor by 70%. So we can maximize our armor. Let's see if chocolate box will actually be worth having. Other things that we're going to be looking for as well too, obviously the happiness. We're going to be looking at invincibility after being hit, lifesteal chance, things like that. We're going to go into that. So let's look into our start. We are going to start with the tank just because we want to build up that armor. We can go ahead with the cooldown reductions, and then we can also go with the healing if we want. But I think I'm going to go more with Ghost. Because also on top of the armor that we want to get, I want to see how well our dodge is. Dodge is another one that we tend to kind of ignore a little bit. So if we can increase our armor, I want to see if we can also increase our dodge. Oh, and the other armor one, I'm sorry, I just noticed that here was our dancing cactus. Cactus will also give us, oh, there's actually a couple of them. Oh, I'm missing out on here. We have frying pan that gives us 7.5, and the dancing cactus also gives us another 5. So we have a couple things that will give us armor, which is great. We want that. So we are going to start off with the tank. I think we're going to go ahead, go with the dodge and go with the engineer. So we're probably going to end up going first tank, engineer, then ghost, and see where we can kind of go from there. We want to see how our survivability is. We can probably skip ghost and go with medic and see how much we can survive with the life leech and everything else. We might go with that. I'll think about that as we go through the game. So let's go ahead. Once again, we're going through endless modes, and we're going to go ahead and push through. So tank is our first guy, so let's go ahead. It's gonna be strange because we're playing a tank, but now no reloads, you know. So we're not really focusing on reloading our shotgun as much anymore. So that's just like, oh man, that stinks. But that's still okay, right? We're not looking at so much. So right now our armor is at 65 in armor. That is good. That is good for now. Obviously as you get to higher counts, the higher the time is, the more damage they're going to tend to do. So we know that's going to end up happening, and that's fine if it does. But we want to see how this armor looks. And that being said, you know, maybe we probably do want to go ahead and get the medic, you know, get that life steal that she has. So we can go with the engineer, then medic. That might not be a bad idea. Just because the cooldown reduction from both the engineer and then also with the medic having, let's get some of this here. And then with the medic having, you know, we can probably keep up that time up on there. Okay, so this is frenzy. It's looking good. I like this. This is enraged, but it's only for a couple seconds. Are we having? Where is this thing? All right, so I'm still. By the way, if anybody knows what I can do to fix the sound, I don't know why the sound skips. It's only when OBS is open. So I use Streamlabs to kind of play. Okay, so okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna go with a congratulation letter. Just for the fun of it. I know we don't need to, but since we're in low level anyway, this is just for fun. This is not going to be part of the build, but yeah, we're just going to go congratulation letter. Every time we get cash and whatnot, it's going to be good. But that's for later on anyway. This is not going to be like pure DPS build or anything, so it's not going to do a lot of damage. I know medic doesn't do any damage, and engineer just I feel like won't keep up. So maybe we do want to do some reload as well too. I think the reload wouldn't be a bad thing to have. So I'm kind of going on the fly on this one right now, because there's a couple options we can go ahead and do this with. Because we know that the shotgun can do really good, decent damage, especially when it's going at it. But we're also looking at more survivability. So maybe we want to go ahead and banish it and not do the pump action. So right now, like my I wish my weapon, I wish I could actually see it, but like pump action shotguns, maybe we could do those. I mean, the fire rate's a lot lower, bullets fired. Let's see, let's do the pump action. We haven't done that. We've done the regular shotgun. Let's try pump action shotgun and not level that up and just keep it there and see if we can just if we can reduce the reload time. Ooh, no. What did I just do? I hit B. What happened? Okay. No, I still think I deleted something. Oh, that's not good. All right, this runs bad. This runs bad. We're doing it again. Sorry. I'm sorry. This is bad, but I hit something that wasn't supposed to be hit. I thought I hit back or something, and it banished one of my other items, and I think that was the rage one, is berserk one, and that's not okay. So lucky enough, it was only just a couple minutes in there, so I do apologize on that. My bad. But it gives me more time to kind of think what I want to go ahead and do. Do I wanna I probably want to still go through that. All right, let's get that in rage. That's crazy. Like, I can't believe that. I don't know why he's doing it. But now my sound is going off even worse than before. Like, it's cutting my sound. Like, the game's not lagging. The game's not lagging at all. It's just the sound. The sound is kind of cutting in and out. And I don't know why it's doing that. It's really driving me nuts, especially when I'm trying to play the game. So, it just, I don't know. What I might actually do is do this here. Hold on a second. Whoop. Hopefully that still plays this. Hopefully that still plays the sound well. Now I can't hear any music, but that's okay. So that way it's not really affecting me too much, especially when I'm talking here. All right, we're going through. Boom. Oop, got hit. That's okay. We are gonna wait, not get the SOS yet. If we get that SOS and let's say we get the ring of power, we want to use that. So we're gonna wait for that to come out. Boom, there it is. So yeah, I think the medic's gonna be the one we do, and the engineer we're gonna do. I think we're gonna still focus a lot on our defensive, like on armor and things like that. But shotgun in here again. What do we got? Okay, so remember, we're not gonna I'm gonna reroll. Now, chocolate box is one that we want. That is something that we want to have. So we'll go ahead and pick the chocolate box just to get it done and over with. I know this is probably not going to be the best. Honestly, I'm not gonna hope for the best on this one. We're gonna kind of go. We have a game plan on what we want to do. I don't mean to like be jumping back and forth on decisions and stuff like that, but we have a game plan what we want to do. We want dodge. We want survivability. I'm trying to do different things all at once. So like right now, I'm trying to see how it feels to have a pump action, right? So we're gonna, after the pump action is done, we're just gonna banish the next one, and if we get some reloads, hey, we get some reloads. That's great. I do like the pump action. It does a pretty decent spread. So I kind of want to see how well that is when we get the reload speed and stuff like that. But that can be a different build later on. So I'm not too worried about it. But it is giving me a nice good spread on this. Pushing through. Okay. Ooh. I'm moving around. Still need some damage a little bit, but it's still the beginning of the match. We'll go with Fury Unleash because this is gonna be, I think, our real only DPS. So we kind of want to make sure that tank is doing enough damage. Now I know it sounds funny because right, tank usually doesn't do damage, but once again, we're trying something different. We're gonna see how well our armor is gonna be, being the fact that our armor is at 65, which is fantastic. I love to see that. Let's get this here real quick. All right, reload time is probably gonna be our best pick on this one. This is not what we want to look for, and I don't want to waste all the rerolls just yet. So reload time, I will take that. You know, it's something that it's not something I'm gonna chase after, but I will pick it up. Once again, it's a lot of RNG when it comes down to these items, a lot of RNG, but we want to see how well armor is going to be. So armor is going to be our like first priority. We're always going to look for armor. So if armor does show up, hey, it's like, hey, we're going to pick that over anything else. That's why I did pick the chocolate box. The chocolate box was the one I wanted to go ahead and get. So once we get that down to that, 20% health, our armor is going to shoot up, 70% more. That's, almost, a good amount, especially if our armor is pretty high. Okay, we're moving. There we go. Let's finish that Fury Unleash. Fury Unleash is done. We don't have the letter, so I don't have to actually collect money here, by the way. I know that was just literally our last build that we were doing earlier, but wow, look at that. Look, it's just that spray. Spray's just going all over. Oh. The engineer will be a good one to have next, honestly, just because so now machine gun, we're gonna banish the minigun. Okay, so we're just gonna banish this. We're gonna keep the pump action shotgun. We're gonna keep we're also gonna, that's two things we have to banish. Really? Okay, cool. Rocket launcher, we're also gonna banish. That's another one. Ooh. Now, oh my gosh, I've told you before, right? I want to go ahead and do like a whole bunch of oh my god, this is actually not good because now we actually have to get a person soon. We're gonna need that engineer really soon. Like I want to keep trying out so many different builds, but it has to be like the reload build to see how much damage it actually does. Now here we go. Ooh, ring of power. Okay, this is the only time we don't pick armor beforehand because both of these are really good, really good, but we need the ring of power. We need to get that automatically just because it's early on in the game. Literally, it was the third item we got, so this means that we missed out on 2% of weapon damage, and because he's the only one that does weapon damage, like really good weapon damage, we need to make sure that we have that taken care of. But yeah, so honestly, like I said again, okay, engineer, perfect. We'll get the engineer. Is the engineer the one we want? Yeah, engineer we want. Yes, because cooldown reduction. Perfect. All right, good. We're getting good. So now we can go ahead and make sure we just keep working with what we got. All right. Energy shield's gonna be fantastic. Part of the other reason why we want cooldown reduction is to keep that energy shield up as much as possible. The longer we keep that energy shield up, the better. We want that. We want to keep that up. Keep going. Pushing. Oop. All right. We're looking good so far. All right, let's get this magnet. All right, another energy shield. Get that taser up. We do need his weapon up. Now, the question comes is, do we want... The question I have to ask myself is, do we want the engineer to have a blaster or a laser? Both of them seemed actually really fun to do. I guess we're just... Wow, we're just doing reload. What a surprise. Okay. We get all the reload when we don't want reload. Go figure, right? And then when we need reload, we don't get reload. This game just does not like me. But it's okay. We're doing the best we can. Okay. Moving on here. We're not worrying about anything right now. Any other... Let's go with bombing strikes. We need to get some... Wow, almost ran into that. We're going to get bombing strikes just because... Just extra DPS out here. Just killing some of these ads if we can. Maybe even the boss. We're not destroying the boss as fast as we want it to be destroying, but that's okay because once again, it's about survivability and armor. We want armor. So another reason why I wanted an engineer is because of the energy shield. Energy shield is going to help us out. I want the medic because of the vamp. Basically, the life steal and everything else that she's going to give us. So those are the type of things we want. Because the engineer has the cooldown reduction, that's just going to help us out a lot with the medic. And then once again, our tank is what's giving us the armor. Now we were going to go with Ghost with the dodge, but Ghost doesn't seem to really bring too much with anything else. He does have these decoys that go out and spread out, but I'm not exactly sure what else they really end up doing. You know, you have both the Huntress that, you know, leaves the zombie decoys. You have the turrets from the other person. So, I mean, you got a lot of different things. Oh my gosh, where's my armor? Where's my armor? I want my armor. Let's do the firing rate. I mean, right now, I'm really am looking for armor, but I don't want to keep using reloads, especially when there's things that we could use. I want to use up the reload when there's like items like for pick that is like, what is this? I'm not using this. This is garbage, right? So those are the type of times I want to go ahead and use my reload. But I don't want to use it when, you know, it's like, oh, I can use this item. This item will help us level up our character out there, right? Because we're at the 7-minute mark, and which is not bad, right? It's still not that bad. Now, Sugar Rush would have been a good one to have, honestly, but I just didn't go for it because I don't know how much damage we're actually going to end up doing in the long run. We're not going to be able to kill them as fast as we would like. So the spray with the frenzy is not bad. That shotgun is spraying out pretty good, and it's pretty nice. So the reload speed on that one's pretty cool. I'll give credit. I'll give credit where it's due. That's not bad. Visually it looks nice. Now damage wise, we don't know. We don't know if that actually does more damage or not. And we're probably not gonna have a good estimation on it on this run. Maybe another run. Maybe next run we'll do another reload, but just different weapons, right? Maybe we'll even do one where it's just a solo, like just one character. I was also thinking about doing that too. Like I'm trying to think of different builds, different things. Another one. Hold on. Let me see here. Okay. Weapon damage is good, but lifesteal is something that we want to do. Lifesteal is one that was next after armor, so we're gonna take the lifesteal actually. Lifesteal is the one that I want to go ahead and start doing and start building up from. Anyway, I've been thinking about like what kind of builds and stuff like that, and how to really determine how I want things. All right, so we can do the chain lightning, but let's go ahead. Let's do that just for a little bit more coverage when we're attacked. But the type of builds are hard to determine what you want to do because, excuse me, a lot of times we don't know for sure how much damage does what. So now my next experiment, or my next like thing I want to try out, is literally doing solo builds. Like literally just pick one character, go as far as I can, level up certain things, see how they do with certain items, and then check out how their damage is. So that one I can get a better idea of like, okay, well, this does this. If we really focus on this, you know, we can do a lot more with this weapon over this weapon. We can do a lot, and then once we have like a better idea, then we can go ahead and be like, okay, well, then let's combine these two people together and make a stronger group and kind of go from there. So we can kind of play around like that. We can also see which one survives the most, right? Which one survives the longest. I will tell you right now, the medic is not one I'm very excited about. I'm not going to be excited about working and doing anything with the medic, just because she just doesn't do any damage at all. Like, she really does not. But like I said, for science, right? For science. So we'll test that out and check it out and do the best we can. Open. This is great. This one's always a good one. But we're gonna banish. I hate this health generation, but so I don't. All right, here's another one too. Health regeneration is plus 50 for 10 seconds, and your I guess health minus 150. Does that mean when you lose 150 health, you gain a health regeneration for 50 seconds for 10 seconds? Or does that mean that you're for the next 10 seconds you're gonna get 100? You're gonna lose 150 health, and you get 50 health per second? Like, I don't know. Now, pills may sound like, see, I don't know. That the wordings don't seem to make sense too much. So I'm gonna come back to that later and see how that works. I'll probably do that off stream or off recording and test it out, because if it is to the point when you lose, every time you lose 150, you gain that 50 regeneration per second for 10 seconds. That's pretty good, actually, because when you get hit, you're getting hit for 1,000, right? Especially later on in the game. So if you're getting hit for 1,000, you get an extra 50. Let's say ours is already 50, and that's 100 every second. So that's excellent. That's, now you only need to wait 10 seconds, which it only lasts for 10 seconds. You get 1,000 health, right? Because that only hits, that only lasts for 10 seconds. Now, what would be really broken if it did work for that, every 150 health you lose, you gain another 50 health per second. That would be kind of broken, because if that's the case, that would be something I would take for higher runs, right? Because when we get to the higher runs and they're doing 1,000 damage, we're looking at what, 300? That's 9. That's 6 times 50. That's 300. We're looking at 300 health per second. That's why not? That would be awesome. That would be great. Or it could be something that's really bad. They literally just give you 50 health for 10 seconds and you're losing 150 health for it. So, all right, there's the armor, but we want the happiness. So the only reason why I'm not picking the dancing cactus is because we want happiness. Happiness is going to drop more health globes, which is survivability, more power-ups, which is also survivability. So we want that. That's the only reason why we are picking the teddy bear over the cactus. But yes, we want that. We want to make sure that comes up. That's going to be really, really important for us. So we're going to keep moving on. Okay, let's see here. So yeah, it's just, we don't know. Well, I don't know. I can't say we don't know, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know how that ability or that item works. It sounds really good or sounds really bad. So it really just counts on the way we read it. So we'll see. I'll test it out and kind of see how it goes, because that would be awesome if it does stack. If it's something that's stackable, I would be very excited about that. I think that's something that's going to be like, you need to have this for higher runs, because if they are hitting you for 1,000, then you're getting like 300. You're literally getting 300 for 300 health per second, and you can survive yourself after 3 seconds. I mean, you get that and a higher invincibility, enough invincibility that where you get 3 seconds of it, you just recovered yourself instantly. Like, that's how good it can be. So we don't know. All right, so we're getting to the point. I think I'm gonna go with the blaster. So I asked this question earlier. What do I want to do with the engineer? Do I want to go with the laser or the blaster? I think I'm gonna go with the blaster. I always thought the laser was actually really cool. Okay, so not the reload. We'll come back to that later. We want the armor and invincibility. So we want this armor to go up. We want higher armor. We want to be tanky here. We want tankiness. I said blaster, so we're gonna go blaster. The laser per second does more, but we want. All right, so one's reload time, one is cooldown. So because we do have the tank, we are gonna focus more on the reload. So we're gonna do the blaster. I think that is the better call. If we do one with a cooldown build, get more cooldown reductions, then I think we go ahead and put the laser. So excuse me. But yeah. So I'm trying to still understand some of it. Now I know this game has been out for a while, so and I really try not to look at too many other people's builds or anything else like that, because I don't want to copy. I want to think of something on my own, and I want to be unique. I want to do some testing on it as well too. And so far I've been having a lot of fun with it. But I'm also willing to see what other people want to try as well with it, or what they've seen as well, and see how well we can do it. Excuse me. A lot of this also comes down to RNG with the items. Having the correct items is gonna make or break a build. Right now we're still trying to get a lot of armor, but the armor's not really breaking us. We're not being broken because we don't have the right armor. We're just trying to go ahead and survive and get as much XP as we can. But no, we're fine with this so far, but we are focusing on armor first. Reload time's another one we're going to be focusing just for the tank to keep up, and then we're also going to be focusing a lot on our survivability, so health regeneration, life steal, things like that. We're going to banish the money build, not worried about that. Since, like I said again, we're not worried about the abilities or anything else, like we're going to go with the firing rate. That's going to increase how fast we fire, which I'm pretty sure that's what it is. It really didn't say too much on how that honestly works, but we're just guessing on it. We're just kind of making an educated guess here. All right, we're at the 14-minute mark. We're not doing too bad. Like I said again, I'm not expecting this one to last super long or anything. We do have the medic, so that could sway that decision a little bit. And once again, we're looking at the tank that's doing a lot of damage, but the tank is the only one that's really doing damage, right? We have I always consider the engineer a little bit more like crowd control based, like kind of controlling the area, doing a little bit damage, moderate damage, and then the medic just doesn't do damage, period. So we're just not, so we really are playing with like two people. Like we're doing this with two people, but the medic gives us a lot of great bonuses on survivability. So that is kind of what we want to look for. Let's see here. Boom. Get those. All right, we're looking like we're getting the same things over and over again. So I think it's time to start getting ready to get our medic. Ooh, I got hit. I gotta be careful of not getting hit so hard. Wow, really? We're just gonna go with this one. Would be good, honestly. I think that's not a bad thing, especially I think since we got the teddy bear. So maybe, but for right now I think that's gonna be a little bit more important over that. We're not needing the health right away, right? We're still at the 15-minute mark. I think honestly with the two people that we have right here, we can hit 30 really easily. So I don't see that as a big issue. So right now we're just trying to get this firing rate up and armor up. What was the other one? Invincibility up. We want to get our health regeneration, life steal, all those things up. All right, think it's time. I want to see if I can get one more level in. See if I can get one more level in before I actually pick that up. If I can get one more level in. Oh, no, not looking like it. Not looking good. Not looking good. Let's see. Right there. So I do want to try to get one more level before I get the medic. Alright. Yep, this would be it for this one, and I think that's it. I think that's all we have. Now we can go ahead and get the medic. Oh, and there's the medic. Perfect. Don't have to waste the reroll. Alright, so reroll's good. We'll go ahead and... Oh. Got the crate. Nicely done. Let's go. Let's move. Hello, friend. Hello, friend. Hello, other friend. Okay. So now we're going to look and see what we got. Now, ability cooldown was one that we were doing though, but we weren't doing that. Weapon damage is also good, and so is this chance. Since we're not having the hunter or the huntress, the crit chance actually is helpful to help. Weapon damage is also really good too, so we might go with the slingshot just because we don't have the huntress on this one. This one would probably be a little bit helpful, but still, once again, no armor. We're still missing out on a couple pieces of armor, and I need that. I need to get, what am I looking for? Glass of milk. Glass of milk is a big one. That's 15 armor, and if we get 3 of those, that's a lot. Oh, I got hit. That's a lot more armor, and that's what we want. We want to see that big number of armor. So I want to see how strong this can be. All right. Medic. So transplantology is going to be good for our life steal. This is going to be good for our fire rate and our movement speed. So I'm going to go with the transplantology because that's what we wanted in the first place. This is why we would want cooldown reductions. That's why I didn't want to ban. Okay, and regeneration is always a good thing. We want reanimation. We want that cheat death. But we're not going to get that massive cooldown reduction like we want. And that's okay. We don't need it. But I do want some just to be able to keep up that like life steal, those movement speeds and everything else. So those are the type of things I kind of want to keep in mind as well too. Guess we're going to go with the sugar rush just because we're kind of killing more bosses now, and that's not a bad thing. I was trying to stay away from this, but apparently I still get hit by them. All right. He's going faster with it. Obviously with this, that's the frenzy with it too. Shotgun's not doing too bad. Shotgun, I like it. I like the pump action shotgun. I want to see what it does at the end of the day. But once again, it's not going to be skewed correctly just because how much we really focus on the reload and the firing rate and everything else on that, and we're not doing it at this time. All right, life steal. So all we're doing is just increasing the duration. Okay, that's what it looks like so far. We're just increasing the duration. So that's cool and all, I guess, but I don't know. I wanna know how well that life steal is, but I'll do that. All right, we're about to hit the 20-minute mark, which isn't bad. We still don't have the cheat death though, which is something that we want to keep in mind. We want to get that as soon as we can. All right, let's see what items we get. Like I feel like half the game of this is like what items we get. What is in the box? What are we gonna get today? Health regeneration while moving is not a bad thing as well, especially since we are moving a lot. So we're gonna go get Stretcher. That does boost up 3 times, so 3 times 7, 21. So we're getting 21 health every second while we're moving. So that is, and we're always constantly moving. I think the only time that we really weren't moving, just because we didn't want to move, was when we had turrets, right? All right. Not looking too bad. Once again, I feel like, the tank does really, tank does some damage. Tank's pretty strong. Now I still didn't beat the Huntress with the bow, so that's another thing to keep in mind too. The only reason why we even picked the tank in the first place in this one was because of the armor. We want that armor. That is what we're looking for. We're looking to build up on armor, and you know, there's reanimation. Perfect. Cool. So reanimation is gonna give us that cheap death. Ooh. I forgot we didn't get that turret yet. So we're gonna go for the turret. Let's kill some of these bosses. You know, he's down. They're down. Okay, cool. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. All right, let's see what we get here. Potato. Oh, that's the other thing too. We gotta get. We're gonna banish that potato. By the way, we can also increase our healing by a lot, but let's get our damage up a little bit too. I do want to increase our healing later on too as well. I know she already increased it by 50%, and if we would have picked her first, she increased it by 100. But even then, it's like, you know, 100% of 0 is still 0, right? If we're not really using that health regeneration for most of the fight, then it's still not going to help us out now, right? So, I don't know. Later on, late game, yeah, I can see that happening, but let's see here. Boom, boom. Moving out. That. Stone skin. Alright, reanimation. A little bit more on the reanimation. Good. Right now, reload time is at 5%, so I know that's with the boost and everything else. I can't do that. I can't look at these while we still have any kind of power-ups. Alright, SOS is over here. Ow, 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 oh, oh, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. That took most of my health. That was kind of, oh my gosh, I'm standing still. I'm literally standing still. I don't know what's happening, but lucky enough, I had the armor, right? Lucky enough, I had armor, right? That's what saved me. Am I right? Oh boy. Ooh. Alright, we're getting saving that SOS. Animation. And let's see what we get for our package. Alright, we want... Wow. None of these actually. Reroll. Oh, honestly, like that reload time would actually be nice. Because that would help the tank out a lot more. I think the magazine clip's good. This is still just going back to the freaking reload and fire and rebuild. Like, I'm not trying to do that. It just, those are the options that they tend to have. I am looking for armor, but there's not a lot of armor. Actually, that's not true. There is actually like 5 different armor things that we can pick. So I am trying to go by survivability. Right now I am just relying on my tank to do the damage, but still, that reload, it's gonna help out. If anything, it just helps more than it hurts. We'll go with this one. All right, get some cash while we're at. Oh, another item. Always love to see the items. Those are fantastic, especially if they roll for us. Good ones. All right, not like this though. I'm gonna keep that banish up for one more. I don't want to waste that banish, but ability cooldowns, like, you know, it would have been nice for a different time, but now same thing here. This would have been fine if we really focused a lot more on our crit. Weapon reload and 2% fire rate is okay. Yep, we're gonna reload. There we go. We got our first, well, not our first, but our next armor. We're gonna increase our armor by 85. Got 85 with a little bit more invincibility. I like that. I like the invincibility. Invincibility is nice. You know, you make a mistake, you cover yourself. You know. All right, we're going. Sorry, I thought my dog was barking. Right now we're just playing the waiting game. Right now we're just trying to build up and see what we're looking at. And in all honesty, there's not really much we can do. All we can see is how far can these characters go? How far can this build go? You know, is it strong enough to pass the 50 mark? Is it strong enough to do enough damage and kill these guys? Like right now we're at the 25-minute mark, so we're getting close to the half. Oh my god, that poison stinks, right? All right, so reload's 15%. That's not actually bad. That means I don't have to actually put too much more. All right, we want none of. What is this? I'm running out of reloads, but this is the only time I'm going to use it, so might as well use it. Fire rate, movement speed is not bad either. That's also really good to have. We do want invincibility, so we're gonna pick invincibility. I heard back before some of the patches that the invincibility was actually really strong. I think it was like 3 seconds they got or something like that. It was like something crazy. So now it's like really, they tore it down, and that's why I was kind of worried what they're gonna end up doing with like medic and everybody else, because they're gonna do something like that, then ow, I ran into that like a crazy person. All right, ooh, don't let that shield go the way. There's our next spot. Well, let's finish the reanimation. Now we have like basically a 1-minute cooldown on our cheat death. We're still doing this one. All right, we're at danger level 24. That means increased a little bit. It's okay. Let's get this SOS. We'll finish this guy here on that. That's not bad. All right. We might just stop at the 30-minute mark just because I know how long this can be. And we're just trying to see how well this build can kind of push. Obviously right now, the other really big thing too is that we're not getting the items we want. And I don't want to fully restart. I just want to kind of see where we're at. And if it seems like it does enough damage with the pump action, then we'll probably end up keeping it with the pump action and, you know, kind of do it that way. But I don't know. I don't know what they're honestly have us. Well, let's see here. All right. I don't know. I might go a little bit past 30 minutes. All right. Field surgery. Got some hits. So the armor is not, you know, we're at almost at the 30-minute mark, and getting hit by them, we still only lose like a little bit, so it's not that bad. There we go. Ow. Oh no. All right, moved out of there. So field surgery is gonna be the next one we want. We wanna just have that, you know, regeneration up. Boom, moving around. Oh, don't get hit. Medkit, I mean, we can do that, but we might as well just get the stretcher. Stretcher is gonna give us an extra 2, and we're always constantly moving, right? We're not really trying to stay still. If we constantly keep staying still, then we're just gonna get overwhelmed and die. So that's not what we want. We always want to keep moving, and the stretcher would be the best thing we do. So, wow. Okay, these guys aren't dying as fast as I thought they would, but I will say, like, recovery-wise, I got hit by that. I'm looking at the recovery right now. I'm recovering pretty decently. I got armor now, so that does change. Okay. Ooh. Let's get this box over here. T-pose is another good one. Healing bonus is a decent one too as well, especially since we're getting a lot more healing. Now my only question is, I wish the healing bonus would affect the healing regeneration. If it does, that's great. If it doesn't, that's okay, I guess, because it's still healing bonus, meaning no matter what healing source we get, we're increasing the amount. And health regeneration is a heal that we're doing, but I don't know if that's actually counting. It's something that I would like to know a little bit more about. There you go. That's the last one of the that ability there. We're about to hit that 30-minute mark, which is nice. Now Chris has been talking to sorry talking to somebody else. Okay, moving on here. Wow, literally, is that the first time doing the handgun? That's insane. That's not good. All right, we're gonna go ahead and keep going. Ooh. Don't die just yet. We still don't want to see. We're hitting the 30-minute threshold, excuse me, and we're trying to see how well it's looking. Once again, I might just give it a few more minutes. I just want to see what we get in the next couple items. Items don't look good. We're not getting that armor that we're looking for. Then I might just go ahead and stop it at the 30-minute mark or after it. But I'm trying to see. The whole point about this one was to build up armor, and we're not getting a lot on the armor. Now we're getting some other ones here and there, which isn't horrible. It just not helping me test this out as much as I want. So we're gonna probably end up trying it next time and seeing what the RNG god's gonna give us. So let's go ahead. Failed surgery. It's fine. Alright, so what we got is gonna kind of determine. Yep, you see, this has been so much on the reload time and cooldown reduction. This is crazy, right? So literally 35% reload, and we're just not even trying to get the reload. Like, this is, I've been trying to focus on getting more armor, and I just haven't. So we're gonna go ahead and get it done here. We're gonna kill our character here. We did it for about, you know, in the 30-minute mark. So we're gonna see how well that looked. Yep. Like I said, I don't want to make it too long. I wanted to see what our pump action looks like. So within the 30 minutes, it did about almost 4 million damage with 2.2 KDPS. It's not great. I'll be honest with you, it's not great. I think part of it's because we didn't get when. All right, so hear me out. Part of the other reason too is that when the tank comes out, when we start off with the SWAT first, right, to build up that reload speed. We didn't build up reload speed. We don't even still have our reload speed down. So to have that up, the tank was the last one that we kept on pulling in, and then we pulled his then we started buffing up everything else. Engineer, blaster, same kind of concept, just wasn't a lot of damage. So I don't think we're really gonna survive too much longer because the damage wasn't going up. I mean, yeah, we had a few things that was helping our damage, but for 30 minutes, that's not impressive. That's really not impressive at all. So that's something kind of good to know. What I might end up doing is testing out like certain amount of times, then getting killed, and then seeing where they're at, and then kind of rate every weapon that we have in the game, and kind of go from there. That might be a different project on its own, but yeah, I'm looking at this damage wise, and there's nothing really to tell how we did with healing and whatnot. So yeah, I mean, could we survive longer? Yes. Could we survive much longer? I don't know. I mean, I really don't know. The cooldown was too high. Reload was still at 35%. It would have counted what items we have next. It wasn't a good roll. Like, honestly, it just wasn't good rolls. We just didn't have the good RNG and kind of determine our build. It was just kind of everywhere. So, I appreciate it. Once again, you guys have any other ideas that you want to see or anything else, I might do another video where I'm trying to get Sanjay the Rabbit. I'll end up getting Sanjay the Rabbit and get that done. But yeah, just trying to get some of the achievements done as well too. Just let me know what you guys want to see. I'm still trying to make sure I record every day. And like I said again, try to put a video up once a day. Getting different ideas, different testing ideas, things like that. So if you have any ideas, if you have any builds you want to see, just leave a comment below, and just let me know if you guys want to see anything from there. Other than that, I'm gonna head out, guys. You guys have a wonderful day, and catch you guys on the next video. Bye, guys.